Hey, what's going on, guys? This is another episode of W.w.R with your host, the Bearded Wonder. Now, as you guys know, I don't get to watch Friday Night SmackDown because I am working real late. So I always catch it today on Sunday. So my review for SmackDown is always a couple of days late. It's okay. We're still gonna get it done. Hey, baby! What you think of Roman Reigns?
The sexy bitch?
That's how we're going to start the show. What you think about The Miz? Oh, come on. Come on. The Miz? Well, we're going to start the show off. We'll start the review off with The Miz. As you guys saw last week, or those who did see last week, Daniel Bryan brought back the Yes movement. Yes, that's right. Daniel is coming back to being a babyface. So he's bringing back the Yes movement with him. So it was really cool to see the Yes movement come back, challenging for the Universal Heavyweight title at TLC. But The Fiend got a hold of him. So we're going to see what happens. Now this week...
Sorry guys, I'm going outside so you're going to hear the door.
This week, Miz, for those also who don't know, that the Miz knows Daniel Bryan better than anybody. He trained Daniel in NXT. He was his mentor. He tagged with him. He feuded with him for many years. So there's really no love lost between Daniel and the Miz. However, there's a mutual respect. So the Miz was concerned, and he said, quote, "I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I will get to the bottom of this and find Daniel Bryan and bring him home." He knows that Daniel Bryan is like family to the WWE Universe, and without Daniel Bryan, there is no Yes movement. So, we're going to get straight into it. While he's talking about it, up comes the Firefly Funhouse, and with the Firefly Funhouse comes Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's holding up a picture of Daniel with his long hair and his beard with his eyes crossed out, saying telling Miz, you don't want to know where Daniel is because he isn't done with him. And when Bray refers to he's referring to the Fiend. So the Fiend is Bray's alter ego. So Bray challenges Wyatt to a match at TLC, which is next Sunday. Not this coming up Sunday, but next Sunday, which would be pretty freaking cool. Actually, no, it's next Sunday. Next Sunday is the TLC pay-per-view, which is going to be pretty cool. I'll be able to watch that. So let's get down on the first match. First match of the night was Alexa Bliss versus Mandy Rose. Now, Mandy Rose is part of Fire and Desire with Sonya Deville. As you know, Sonya Deville was the WWE's first lesbian wrestler to come out, and she's part of the LGBTQ community and the ambassador for it, and the WWE loves every minute of it. So Mandy had taken control of most of the match. She even went so far as to rip off Alexis's fake eyebrows. Look like Alexa Bliss is trying to turn babyface, but a little birdie told me that it won't happen for long. Just watch and find out. I think we're gonna have the goddess come back in her evil form, better than ever. Of course, Nikki was ringside. Nikki loves her best friend, loves everything about it. So, about midway through the match, Alexa started throwing hands back. She was kind of, just letting Mandy kind of get the best of her, punching her, laying her out and everything. So about midway through, Alexa starts throwing hands back. It got to the point where Alexa had been thrown out of the ring by Sonya's side, and Sonya went to go and start throwing hands with her. And here comes Nikki off the turnbuckle, off not the turnbuckle, but the stairs to do a crossbody. So, it'll be pretty interesting to see. Winner of the match was Alexa Bliss with Twisted Bliss off the top rope, which is always nice to see. She's 5 foot, I believe she's 5'6" or 5'7", but she gets up on the top rope and does Twisted Bliss. It was crazy. It was insane. That was a good match. I give that match, just like solid B, 3 stars. Really wasn't too wow. As you know, Bray, as I told you about Bray, and everything. For those who don't know, Dave Bautista's movie star best known for Guardians of the Galaxy, Hotel Artemis, as well as a plethora of other movies. He's now single. He divorced or broke up with his longtime girlfriend over Twitter, and him and Dana Brooke have been getting very, very cozy and everything. And he wants Dana to call her daddy. We'll see how that goes. But so Elias, Drake Maverick was talking to Dana in the back, saying how him and Dana had a moment and he feels hurt and betrayed, blah blah blah. Those who don't know who Drake Maverick is, he was actually Rockstar Spud in TNA. He was Rockstar Spud in TNA, then he became part of Madam Dixie's Inner Circle. Now he's running TNA, or not TNA, 205 Live. So Elias is back after a hiatus. We're very, very glad to see Elias back. Looks like he may be turning babyface as well. So it's an impromptu match, Elias versus Drake Mathers. It really wasn't really much of a match. Drake kind of threw him around, put his hand on his head, and kind of, you know how when tall people and short people fight, they put your hand out and they swinging. It even got as embarrassing. It even got embarrassing to the point where Elias actually spanked Drake Matthews, and Elias punted Drake out of the ring, and that ended the impromptu match. We come back from commercial, and it shows Miz trying to get his suitcase and get out of the building so he can get on a plane to get back to Maurice, because Bray had a photo of Maurice and her 2 kids, 2 lovely girls. So Mike decided to cut the middleman and figure out what's going on. So Mike was going to hop a plane. Well, when he came across a room that had a dark red light tint to it, kind of like that right there. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it was kind of a red tint. There was a photo of, instead of Miz and the family, it was Wyatt, Maurice, and Miz's 2 daughters. So when Bray gets up in your head, I think he might be worse than The Undertaker, to be totally honest. So while Bray has Miz's attention here, he comes from behind and hits Miz with his sister Abigail, and just lays him flat. Now, who doesn't love the New Day? Rumors has it that when Woods comes back, the New Day's gonna be no more. They're gonna give Kofi a push, and they're going to keep Woods and Big E as a tag team. We'll see how that goes. So it was a fatal 4-way to see who the New Day faces at Um, TLC for the titles, it was Ali and Shorty G, Lucha House Party, The Revival, and Heavy Machinery. Now, I'm kind of biased to Heavy Machinery because they're a bunch of blue collar boys, and so it was really cool. I really kind of hope that Vince gets his head out of his ass and decides to give the belts to or the straps to Heavy Machinery because it's a legit low key blue collar team. So Lucha House Party was eliminated by Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery did the pile driver on Lucha House Party. Otis was hulking up. He's kind of trying to act like the Hulk just and then he does the Caterpillar, which is really freaking cool. I think it's funny. Baby, what you think about Heavy Machinery?
I like them.
Bunch of blue collar boys, huh?
Yeah.
So, Heavy Machinery got eliminated by Revival, which I knew that was coming. The feud between New Day and Revival is just ridiculous. It needs to end already. Shorty G, believe it or not, Shorty G, now those who know Shorty G, his real name is actually Chad Gable. It's not even Chad Gable, I don't know what it is. But Chad Gable, a.k.a. Shorty G, actually did a belly-to-back suplex with both members of the Revival. Now, both members of the Revival weigh in at about almost, I'd say, 4.5, 500 pounds. And Chad Gable was just, he did a suplex on him like it was nothing. Crazy, incredible to watch. The winner of that match, of match number 3, was, of course, the Revival. So they will be facing the New Day again for the upteenth time at Survivor, or not Survivor, TLC. Sheamus is coming back. Oh my God, am I happy that Sheamus is coming back. I am so glad that WWE kept him and kept him away from AEW because he's a monster. He needs to be by himself. He's evil. It's just uncanny. You can't have Sheamus tag with nobody. Sheamus needs to be evil. He needs to be a heel. Oh my God, it's crazy. But he's coming back. Lacey Evans versus Haley Jones. Now this one, for me, could have gone either way. Lacey. How would you describe Lacey Evans, baby? The classy Southern Belle.
She's trying too hard to be a Southern Belle.
Very true. So, it was just kind of like one of those filler matches and wasn't really special, in my opinion. Although, what was really cool, Bayley blasted her. She's walking up the ramp backwards. Bayley blasted her from behind. So that's going to be really cool. That feud's not over. That nowhere near. Bray is talking about how he had a family. Now, I don't know if this is precursor to the Wyatt family being reinstituted. I kind of hope so. But then again, those who just found out, today actually, Luke Harper was released from WWE. So Harper is no longer a WWE wrestler. Therefore, I don't think they're going to be able to reconstitute the Wyatt family. But they still have Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman and Daniel Bryan. Yes, you heard correctly. Daniel Bryan at one point was part of the Wyatt family. So, last match of the night was Reigns and Ziggler. This one was kind of lackluster for me. Ziggler's trying too hard. He's trying to be He's trying to be the top heel, and there's really only one top heel, and that's, of course, Chris Jericho. He's a GOAT. Doesn't matter whether you put him in WCW, WCW 2.0, aka AEW, or wherever. He's gonna be top heel no matter what. So, anyways, Ziggler had control of most of the match against Reigns. Reigns ended up winning, spearing Ziggler, and got the 3 count. Well, upon doing that, King Corbin, yes, that snot-nosed little peckerhead, comes out and has his little cronies that carry him out, trying to look like an Egyptian god or something like that. I don't know. Trying too damn hard in my book. He has little cronies come and try to beat the tar out of Roman. Well, of course, you know Roman. Roman didn't stand for it, so he cleared the ring. But Ziggler got the jump on him, put him in handcuffs, and pretty much smeared cans of dog food all over Reigns. Like, Reigns was thoroughly embarrassed, and I felt bad because that's national TV. So you know damn good and well it ain't over for Reigns. So, but that's pretty much this week's review of WWE SmackDown. I've got a feeling they're leading up to some really cool things at TLC. I've heard some rumors, heard some whispers. I'm going to do some more diligent digging and see what I can come up with so I can let you guys know. Remember, blood, sweat, respect. The first 2 you give, the last one you earn.